Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So I am down here at the lake property. Got the old tractor. If you guys have been following the last few videos, you guys know I have been trying to do some maintenance on the tractors, trying to get everything prepared to come down here and do some work on the abandoned waterfront property down here. And you guys know, little backlog. We bought this lot 2 years ago. Been cleaning it up, been mowing it, brush hogging it. It was very wooded, just like what we're fixing to get into with the new lot. I brought the backhoe down here on the Kubota and cleared a bunch of little trees, a bunch of brush, a bunch of vines and stuff like that. My next project is trying to do the same thing, but on the new property that we just bought, the lot next to the one that we currently own. And this is what we're dealing with. So I kind of mowed a little bit of this with the mower. This is the current property. And then once we go right over here, this is the new property. And we're wanting to get in here and get this thing cleaned up. I'm wanting to come in here with the pole saw and start limbing some of these trees, you know, just to make it easier to get equipment in here and do work and just make it look a lot better and a lot less snaky. Now, when I say snaky, the lake is just right there, so you can imagine all the wildlife, all the snakes and everything that comes up here. It can be a little scary sometimes walking around in here. Now, you guys know me. I don't always wear my boots and pants. Right now, I'm wearing shorts and Crocs because it is 104 degrees, and I'm down here to brush hog and try to clean up a lot of this. Now, I can get to a lot of areas with the smaller Kubota backhoe as far as brush hogging. Now I'm going to show you some of the stuff I'm going to brush hogging. There's a bunch of saplings. There's a bunch of trees in here, just like this. This is a some kind of a little tree sapling. There's some bigger ones in here, but there's a concrete slab right here. If you guys seen the video where I told you guys that we purchased this new property, I kind of showed you this concrete slab right here. And this might be something where we build a building or a cabin or something on eventually. But we got to get all this cleaned up so we know what we're kind of working with. And hopefully on the next video or so, I'm going to come back down here. And if I can get this cleaned up. If I can get it cleaned up good enough today, we're going to come back on a future video, maybe the next video. And we're going to see if we can find a septic tank. Supposedly there is a septic tank over here. And hopefully I don't find it today. I don't want to accidentally find it on the tractor, because back in the day when they built septic tanks, I don't know how they did it exactly. They might be better than they do now, who knows, but I've heard of stories of people driving trucks and tractors on top of the lids and them falling in or caving in. So let's pray that don't happen today. But anyways, I've got my GoPro down here. I had to order a new magnet mount last fall. I was down here brush hogging with the same tractor. I had a lot of problems that day with that tractor, but one of the problems was I lost my GoPro. I lost the magnetic mount. And these little magnetic mounts, you get them on Amazon. They're like 17, 20 bucks or something. They're pretty strong little magnets. So however this thing fell off the tractor, I don't know. I must have hit a limb or something and just not paid attention. I had a flat that day. I had all kinds of coolant problems and all kinds of stuff, so who knows what really knocked this camera off. But it don't matter. We got a new camera, we got a new magnetic mount. I'm going to strap that on to kind of show you guys the process. I don't think I'm going to try to brush hog the whole thing today, because like I said, it's 104 degrees right now. It's like 4 o'clock in the evening, and it's just super hot. I don't want to overheat the tractor, so I'm going to do a little bit at a time. My main focus, I think, is going to be right up here along this slab and stuff, because there's a bunch of metal and stuff up here and all that grass and stuff. There's just a bunch of junk. You guys can see all this junk in here, and I want to be able to come down here with the family and pick up a lot of stuff, bring the dump truck and start loading up a bunch of this junk. A lot of it's just going to go to scrap steel, going to go to the salvage yard and be recycled. Some of it's just junk that needs to go to the landfill or whatever. But I don't want to get in here and walk around in all this stuff like it is, and somebody gets snake bit by a water moccasin, rattlesnake, or copperhead, or anything really. But as you can see, there's a lot of low limbs hanging down here, so I'm going to have to be really careful with the tractor. I should be able to get pretty close to this with the brush hog. And then over here somewhere is where I'm thinking the septic tank is. So I might try to get through some of these cedar trees. You can see how tight these are. I don't know if I can get the tractor in between them or not without getting scratched up real bad. So anyways, that's what we're going to do today. So bear with me, and we'll see what we can't get done. Let's cross our fingers and hope that all the maintenance I did last year and this year on the hold on, this is really weird, on the tractor pays off. So I don't know what did this. Somebody or something has been digging around here. I don't know. This may have been my dad coming down here. He said he was going to come down here and look around at something. This may have been my dad, but I just seen this and it looked like somebody was an animal or something was digging around, but I bet this was my dad, because this right here I think is an old water well. But I think my dad come down here and has been digging around at this. Maybe. No telling, but I know that was animals for sure right there. Anyways, I forgot my dad was coming down here to look at some stuff. He was looking at this. He said, do you want to go down there and look for that septic tank? I said, no, let me brush hog first, because one, I don't want to get snake bit, and two, we don't want those stupid ticks and chiggers all over. So the other day I come down here and just kind of walking around like where I am now, and I had thousands of those little bitty seed ticks on me, and those things are very hard to get off. So I'm gonna get the tractor unloaded, come up here, kind of brush hog some of this, and I might work my way around down here, and because this stuff is like stuff that we've never seen. It's just so thick and stuff, we don't know exactly what's in there, so there's no telling what is hiding out down here on this abandoned property. So anyways, let's get the tractor unloaded and get the brush hog fired up, and let's hope no wasps. We don't run into any hornet nests, wasp nests, or nothing, because guess what, I forgot my spray at home, my wasp spray. Wouldn't you know? So anyways, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, fast forward about 2 hours later. I've been doing some brush hogging. I've been trying to take it easy because it is so hot, but the tractor started getting hot. Now my temperature gauge does not work on this tractor ever since a couple years ago. A rat got in there and chewed up a bunch of the wires and such. Anyways, I haven't been able to fix it. I have never been able to figure it out, but the tractor's getting hot. I started smelling antifreeze and I seen some drip. I'm getting a Gatorade drop now. I've been drinking water out of this jug. I've already drank that whole jug, but the tractor's overheating. But look at this. I want to show you guys. So you guys seen the video where I cleaned all this out, but look at how dirty this is. This is probably why. And I need to go ahead and order a new filter. This one's all bent and hard to get out of there, but anyways, everything's super hot. Hot. Okay, I can't do it one-handed. But anyways, I'm gonna get this out of there and try it again. Let this thing cool off for a little bit and to see if this is the problem. Yeah, this thing, I need a new one big time. But you can see it did its job, and all those fins in there seem to be pretty clear. You can see all the dirt and the dust that just gathers down there. And guys, I'm just brush hogging. I'm not even really moving dirt or anything like that. So anyways, well, how's it looking?
It looks good.
Where's Kaya? She's not with you?
Nope.
Oh, you just dropped Caleb off at football?
I did. His first high school team function.
Yep.
I cried all the way home.
Oh, you're a big baby.
I am.
Anyways.
My baby's growing up. Did you find anything cool?
Not yet. I've been just taking it easy, brush hogging. I see a bunch of mice and stuff like that. And just trying to get some clearing in here so we can start getting down here with some saws and the big tractor and the grapple and start piling up some brush and making it where we can mow it a little neater.
Oh, the lake is so smooth.
The lake looks awesome. I'm about to go jump in, actually. I think I might.
There was lots of boats out when I crossed the bridge.
There was?
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's 104 degrees. Rachel brought me some Gatorade. Thankfully, I already drank my whole jug of water. I'm going to sit here and let that cool off a little bit. I'm really tempted to go jump in the lake.
We'll do it.
I really want to.
But please don't do it when I leave. Wait.
Yeah, she wants to watch me take my shirt off and jump in the lake. So she don't want me to wait till she leaves. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we got the screen cleaned out. I just took it for a little pass, and then I'm resting underneath the shade tree just to listen to the radiator, because a while ago when it started getting hot, you could actually start hearing it boiling and bubbling a little bit. So I'm sitting here listening to it now. I think that dirt clogging up that filter like it did just restricts the airflow. No matter how clean your radiator is, if that filter across there is covered in dirt, I mean, it was just filthy, covered in dirt, probably an 1/8 inch of dirt and dust. And when I pulled it out, it all just started falling off. So I don't know where all that dust is coming from. It is really dry right now. But the radiator is in front of the tractor and the brush hog's behind. So I don't know. Anyways, while I'm doing all this, I've already came up to the front of the property along the fence line. And that's some of the most grown up places on the whole property. Even when we bought the first lot, that was one of the worst places. I had to get in there, take all the old barbed wire fence out and all that. I'm not taking the fence out on this yet. I'm just mowing as close as I can. The problem is there's a bunch of stems and stuff about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in thickness, and I've been slowly going over it back and forth, kind of brush hogging that, trying to get it all broke up. A bunch of briars getting, just hung up in the brush hog and in the bucket of the tractor and everything. So I'm gonna play right here. I'm gonna play a before. This is the video I did on us buying the abandoned property and what it looked like on this certain part of the property where I'm talking about that I just brush hogged. I'm gonna play that right here, and then I'm gonna go up here in a minute and show you what it looks like now. Okay, so I got the Ranger going, so it's going to be kind of hard to hear me probably. But you guys remember the black pipe fence we had put in for the current property we owned? And this is the property next to what we owned that we just bought. And as you can see, there's all kinds of trees. Everything's grown up really bad. We're going to drive the side-by-side through here. And I'm going to have the property line surveyed again so I know exactly where we're at. Try to be very careful there's no baby deer in here. But yeah, you can see this is just a jungle in here. And you got these trees growing up, gonna make everything quite difficult to get through. There's old fencing and metal pipe and fences, posts, all kinds of stuff. The trees are even growing up. Like you got all these vines and stuff just growing up in the trees. It makes everything very difficult to get to. Okay, so got a little more done, but I don't really want to spend the time mowing this whole 5 acres because we're in August. Now we are in a drought, but this grass and weeds, they still continue to grow even though we're in a drought over here. And I wanted this to be mowed right before fall time, so since this takes so long to do with this old tractor, I don't want to try to do it all right now. There's really no purpose. The main goal was to get this all up here mowed so we can get up here and start doing what we want to do, cleaning all it up better and all that. That was the goal. Now, there's a few places. You guys see that big thicket right there? I kind of mowed a circle around. Those are some huge tree stumps from a tornado that come through a couple years ago. There were trees this size. They were old, big pecan trees, and I think one black walnut in there. They blew over. They cut them up for firewood or whatever and left the big stumps, the root balls and everything, because they're way too big to get out of the ground. So I'm going to bring the backhoe down here. Probably the next time I come down here, next work day. And we're going to try to dig some of these stumps out. Now, there's some smaller ones right here. I kind of mowed around them a little bit. There were some tree saplings and little trees and stuff growing up in there. And then these, you can see those right there. There's a stump right there that's kind of laid over. And then there's a couple up by the road. And if you guys seen the before and after of that, I think it looks a lot better. But anyways, I'm fixing to lose daylight. I still got to go home. Like I said, it's been 104 today. I think it's finally starting to cool off. It's sun's dropping on me. I got to go home and check animals, feed the animals, make sure nobody's stuck in the fences, all that good stuff. But hopefully next time we come down here, we'll bring the dump truck maybe and the Kubota tractor, and we'll dig some stumps up and see if we can't find anything else hiding in something in here. It seems like every time we come down here we find something cool or something new out about this property. So every little bit, every little step helps. So anyways, on the tractor, I mowed about another 20-30 minutes just now after I cleaned that filter for the radiator out, and it didn't get hot again. It didn't seem like. I didn't hear it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop because I don't want to tear the tractor up. I'm gonna get it home, and tomorrow or next time I got some free time, I'm going to check the coolant, make sure I didn't leak too much coolant out. It's way too hot to check it right now anyways, and I don't have any with me. And we'll check that out, make sure everything's good, and I'm going to get online tonight, hopefully, if I can remember when I get home, and take a shower. I'm filthy. I didn't go jump in the lake. I wanted to, but I just trying to get this stuff done. I'm going to order that screen that goes in front of the radiator. I think that will help a lot. And one thing I figured out is when we're down here mowing, maybe just stop every hour. Every time I get thirsty or I get a water or Gatorade break, stop in the shade, pop the hood on the tractor, and just clean that screen out, and it will definitely help the airflow, which therefore will help the radiator cool down the coolant. Then the engine will stay cool. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's a little bit of progress, but I know a lot of you like to see the befores and afters, so here you go. Did what I could do. I even mowed around the old rock chimney. Can't wait to get in there and clean some of those trees and stuff out. And one day I hope to bring the metal detector down here. That's one thing I like doing. I haven't done it a lot, but I really like doing it. I used to do that with my grandma when I was a little kid, and it is a lot of fun. And with all the history on this land, there's no telling what we might find. So like, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below, and we'll see you next time.